would I be the asshole if I go to my younger daughter's wedding? My younger daughter, Haley, 28 female, is marrying my older daughter, Jennifer, 30 females, ex-fiancé.
You really wanted to hit me where it hurts, didn't you? I respect that. Okay. So
I literally had no idea. I still don't have any idea what you're talking about.
really?
No idea.
The concept of someone marrying someone else's ex that they're close to?
These people are sisters.
Sisters,
Friends.
close friends, tomato. Okay, so they're sisters. This is worse, of course. Is there more?
Yes.
Okay.
Jennifer is mad at me because I'm going to Haley's wedding. She says that I'm, quote, condoning her sister's behavior as always.
Mm-hmm.
But that simply is not true. When the wedding was called off and we found out it was because Sam.
Who's Sam?
Sam is,
The younger one?
so Jennifer's the older daughter.
And Sam's the young one.
Haley is the younger daughter.
Who's Sam?
Sam is Jennifer's ex-fiance.
That's the man.
That's the man's.
Okay.
This is all about.
This is the man's.
Yes.
Okay.
So when the wedding was called off, we found it was because Sam and Haley were dating. I called Haley immediately.
Wait, so she was the reason that Are you fucking kidding me?
Whole reason the wedding was
You know where
called
I
off.
stand on this one. Are you fucking kidding me?
Bad news bears. Bad. I called Haley immediately and I asked her to rethink the relationship. Not only for her sister's sake, but also because, quote, if he could do it once, he could do it twice.
Facts.
And I didn't want her to get hurt. She reassured me that that wasn't the case, that they were meant for each other and had known this for a long time. So I left it at that.
Cases.
I spoke to Sam too. He apologized for any hurt he may have caused. May have caused?
Bitch, you blew that shit up.
You just destroyed someone's life. Like
A family.
a family,
Like,
literally.
speaking of throwing a grenade at a family.
Yeah.
Sam was very capable of
yeah,
that.
like you were engaged to this woman's sister. You guys were about to walk down the aisle. And the only reason the wedding didn't happen was because she found out that you were cheating on her with her sister.
So heads would fucking roll.
Oh
Heads
my
would roll. And I'm not even, like I just said, all bets are off on my not revenge. Like on
I wouldn't
that
have
one,
a sister anymore.
No.
Should be done.
No. This is like the most intense story we have had tonight.
This one is
Because
bad.
and you're not seeing the parallels here. Like this one really hits home because it's like it's put okay. The dad's in a tough position because he loves his daughters, Haley and
Yeah, I
what's
mean,
her
they're
face?
both your kids.
Both your kids. You're gonna love your kids at the end of the day. However, your daughter, the younger one, was a
She fucked
trifling
up.
ass hoe.
You don't go after your
And
sister's fiance.
You are supporting a relationship that was bred out of infidelity, betrayal, and yes, you are. I think you are condoning that if you go to the wedding because that wedding
Yes,
shouldn't be
100%.
happening. Like,
No.
it's inappropriate. I'm just speaking, like, I'm thinking about my family. My family wouldn't. They'd be
No.
like, fuck you.
No. And as a younger sister, your older sister is like engaged to this guy.
Yeah.
He loved her enough to propose.
Yeah.
Why do you then feel that you're more entitled to that person?
And he loves me. He's different. He's changed.
He would never do this to anyone else. He would never do this to me.
He quite literally did it to your sister, your blood.
And he put you in that situation. Like,
Oh my God.
if
this
it
makes
was
me mad.
meant to be, like, nothing should have happened before. Like,
Right.
they should have called off the wedding. It wasn't like, oh, he was cheating on her, the
Well,
fiance.
Sam has some balls because the fact that he has,
Oh my
he
God.
can show his face
Toxic
to this family.
motherfucker.
This is all wrong. This is all wrong.
Yeah.
Like Haley or whoever the young one is should not
Haley.
be. She should not be marrying him.
No, she screwed over her sister, Jennifer.
She fucked his sister. Her sister. The sister, Jennifer, has every reason to literally burn the world down.
Oh, yeah.
I would be livid. If one of my friends was the reason that I didn't walk down the fucking aisle, I'd be a felon. Let's just put it that way. I'd be a felon. And either that or committed to an institution.
I would be probably in
Probably
a psych ward.
both.
I'm going to be
Probably both.
honest.
Yes.
A padded cell would be very nice for me.
For sure.
After something like that.
I'd plead insanity. And let alone, okay, not only just your friend, it's your sister.
How could you do that to your sister? Someone you love and care about. But maybe they never were close. Maybe there was always jealousy and
Maybe.
I've heard of
Yeah.
like, I mean, there's some people that like have never had a good relationship with their sibling and their sibling has always kind of terrorized them. And
Yeah.
stolen something that was theirs, and
Yeah, no, I get that. Maybe they weren't the closest, but okay, let's go back to the dad. The dad's writing this. The
so
dad
it's the
wants to
mom
know.
that's actually writing
Oh,
this.
the mom is writing this.
It's the mom that's writing this.
So what is the dad has nothing to do with it?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Sam apologized for any hurt he may have caused, but said that it wouldn't be fair to marry Jennifer when deep in his heart he knew that he was in love with Haley. They've officially been together for a little over a year now, and they truly seem happy and in love. My husband is supporting Jennifer. He's disgusted with the whole situation and doesn't want anything to do with it. At one point, he announced that he wouldn't be giving Sam his blessing or walking Haley down the aisle.
Retweet.
Yes.
Daddy-o.
As it should be.
Yes.
Also, like, I can't
agree.
believe her mom, like, as a mom,
As a mother.
why would you want your daughter to marry someone like that? Like,
No.
my mom gave Justin, my boyfriend, who is like a saint, so much shit when like I first introduced them, and like she like interrogated the poor guy. And it's like, if I had like another, sibling close in age that this happened with, my mom would kill that sibling for me.
Literally. The sibling and the guy.
Yeah. Like, I just don't understand how, like, as a mom, you're letting your daughter marry this scum or supporting it.
My mother would be, I want to call her and ask her what she'd think, but I'm pretty sure my mom's Latina. So
Oh,
and
God.
when you're in that culture, dead. Like no fucking chance. No, not
Dead.
no.
I don't like what this household has become. This is the first Christmas we haven't spent together as a whole family. I don't like the situation any more than my husband or Jennifer do, but they don't understand that ignoring the reality of it doesn't make it go away.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. It is okay. So I'm thinking about the situation that I was in, and it's like you can sweep it under the rug and just be like, "This is fucked up," but I'll move on. You know. But I also think like you don't have to subject yourself to that discomfort. So
No, you don't have to openly support it. Like,
no.
if that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. But like, you, your husband, and your daughter Jennifer should have Christmas together. Like, Haley made her bed.
And have a different holiday with them if you feel so called to see them.
But like,
But also like what kind of, I mean, I'm not a mother, but if I was, I'm thinking about it like that is not the daughter that I want to raise. I'd be like, you know better than that. Like, first of all,
how could you do that?
Respect relationships, respect a union, but let alone respect your fucking family. And don't go after somebody that is taken, let alone by your sibling, your blood. That is not a daughter that I'd want to raise. And I'd be like, I love you. You'll always be my daughter.
But I'm not supporting you in this decision.
I can't support you in this. You're on your own.
Yeah. And I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
So she goes on to say, when my husband said that he wasn't walking Haley down the aisle, she was devastated.
Okay. Well, your sister was devastated when you fucked her over.
Touche. I asked my husband if he was willing to risk his relationship with Haley by not walking her down the aisle. Jennifer accused me of trying to twist him to my side. I told Jennifer that it's not about sides. It's about learning how to forgive.
Okay.
It's been less than a year.
Yeah.
Like, this was her life, her fiance. Forgive? Maybe in 20 years.
Yeah. At
God.
best. In this lifetime, maybe. But also, I think that, like, I guess we haven't heard little Ho Haley's side. But, like, I think in order to forgive, there has to be some type of, like, I don't want to say remorse, but, like
Yes,
there has to be some type
Haley
of like
hasn't even apologized.
There's no like there hasn't been any making amends, no making it right. So why the fuck should I forgive you? What? So I can sleep better at night? No, I actually sleep better at night like a baby back bitch, knowing that I did nothing wrong and you did everything wrong.
It's definitely like not okay. And forgive, but like it's been less than a year. Like you're actively promoting her relationship then.
Yeah.
I've told her that it's been over a year now since her and Sam broke up, and she's been bitterly jumping from relationship to relationship because she's so focused on Haley and Sam, and that if she never learns to forgive them, she'll never be at peace.
I mean, there might be some truth to that.
But to tell your hurt daughter, like, oh, you're jumping from relationship to relationship. Like, if my mom told me that, there would be a war.
I know, but like...
Don't hurt your daughter that's already hurting.
Like, don't kick her when she's down.
Yeah, like, what are you implying?
Well, okay. Like, I don't think she's calling her a slut, but like, okay, my mother, first of all, has no filter. So my mom would absolutely be like, Alejandra, reel the fuck in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think as a mom, you want the best for your daughter. And if you have a great relationship with her, then you're going to be brutally honest with her. And if you see her jumping from relationship to relationship to fill a void, then you're going to tell her, you're going to be like, hey, listen, you're like doing the most.
Yeah.
And I need you to.
I just think there's a better way to say it.
Yeah.
Like, you're jumping from relationship to relationship.
But I mean, how much better does it get like that than that?
You know, Jennifer, I love you. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Your sister Haley's a bitch. But
your sister Haley's a trifling ass hoe. But
you know, I want you to find someone that truly does love you and respect
and maybe,
you.
and I think that's part of the conversation too. But I think it is worth pointing out, like, you are jumping from relationship to relationship because you're trying to fill a void.
Yeah,
and the void
you're hurting.
The void can't be filled because the reality is Mr. Perfect could walk into your life, but the fact is you're not going to accept that because you're so hurt over what your sister and ex-fiance did to you, and rightfully so. But the only way to hash this out is to deal with it head on. And that doesn't mean she needs to forgive her or him right now. But I think one day she does need to forgive them,
too
right?
Fresh.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, she says that I don't understand that Haley purposefully stole Sam from her and that she's been doing this since they were kids and I never noticed. I told her that she should have told me then.
Okay.
To your mom, it's your job as a mom to notice how your kids are doing.
Yeah, I agree.
She said that I should have been paying closer attention and noticed it. I told her that she had to learn to let go of certain things in the past in order to move forward, and that if Haley did steal Sam, as she claimed, then Haley did her a favor. Which,
okay, so then more reason not to fucking support your second daughter dating this monster.
yeah. She didn't want to hear that, but it needed to be said. I also offered to put in a 3-way call with Haley, but she declined. This mom is nuts.
Yeah, whoa.
Then she gave me an ultimatum. She said if I go to the wedding, it means Haley was my favorite child all along and that she'll never speak to me again. I told her that I'm going to the wedding just as I would have gone to hers if she was in that situation. She said okay and hung up. Later, my husband calls me from work telling me she called him crying.
That's a lot, but I stand firm. I think that supporting this daughter, like, yes, you should. Maybe it's because I grew up with like a very strict mother who like would not let me be a piece of shit.
My mom would not let me out.
Yeah, my mom would be like, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance because I don't know who you are and I did not raise you to be this homewrecker.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm not gonna, me attending your wedding and letting you just get by unscathed is not being a good parent.
No, it's not fair to you.
It's not fair to your sister because it's telling
sister.
her, feel free to fuck over your sister and anyone at that, for that matter, and no repercussions.
No, absolutely unfair. Like,
yeah,
it's so terrible.
No, I think I stand with the dad.
Yeah,
I think this is fucked up.
The overall vote of this post was that she was the asshole.
Who is the asshole?
The mom.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the one writing this.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Totally justified. Rightfully so. The comments eat her alive. Like,
let's hear 'em.
Truly eat her alive.
Yeah, I mean,
absolute top comment with 13K upvotes. Like, just like literally breaks down point by point. It's just like,
it's like a novel.
It is literally
like MLA format.
It's a novel when you look at it. And it's just like one of those things. Like, I told Jennifer that it's not about side. It's about learning how to forgive. So she like replied to what the mom said. And she comments, this is mealy-mouthed bullshit. Forgiveness has never meant, and things will go back to the way they were. And the first step of deserving forgiveness is to no longer do the shitty thing that caused the trouble in the first place. Not to marry the guy.
Sounds like someone I know. This is where I struggle because this is what I was saying. Like, you can forgive people.
100%.
Of course, in time.
But you don't need to then reverse the relationship back to where it was.
Yes. And like, that's exactly what, like, I feel like I've been in a situation recently where it's like, you continued to do what fucked you in the first place. Why would I forgive you?
No, it's...
You've shown no remorse, no awareness, no sense of like, oh, moral compass. Like, I agree with this person. I agree as well. You can't continue to do what you're doing and then be like, but like, that's like breaking the law. And then trying to ask the like police or the law, like to drop the ticket, to dismiss the ticket because it was a mistake and you're cognizant of the laws and whatever. But then you continue to fucking speed or you continue to run the red lights. You think the fucking police department's gonna look at you and go like, Yeah, okay, all right, we forgive you. No, you have to show that you've learned from your mistakes.
Yeah, gotta go to traffic school.
Exactly, or pay $1,000 ticket, whatever you feel like.
I think the other one that this person replies to in their comment, she goes, it was the point where the mom said, I've told her that it's been over a year since her and Sam broke up. And she's been bitterly jumping from relationship to relationship. The person comments, wow, low blow. You think that after a year, after her fiance fucked her sister, she should be in a solid relationship already?
Right.
Like,
Retweet.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And again, kind of right on. She says that I don't understand that Haley purposefully stole Sam from her and that she's been doing stuff like this since they were kids. Person goes, it's not your child's responsibility to call things to your attention when you are neglectful. It's your job as a parent to notice.
Yep. Yep. Especially when they're younger. You're supposed to be cognizant of like your kids' interactions.
Yeah. Last one. Mom saying, if Haley did steal Sam, as she claimed, but the person goes, what other explanation is there exactly? Quote, as she claimed. Literally, no one is denying it.
Right. Like that's the thing is like Sam didn't just like trip and stumble into Haley's lap. Like
No.
he was in a full-blown engagement.
Haley did something to pique his interest.
Right. And fostered it because it takes two to tango.
It does take two to tango. So it could have been on Sam. You know, maybe Sam initiated it. Maybe it was just Haley. And then he like turned his head towards her, like whatever it is.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like if it was Sam, Haley shouldn't have pursued him. And if it was Haley, Sam fucked over the sister he was supposed to marry.
But you know what it comes down to in this whole grand scheme of things? Sam is clearly not a good person.
Oh, not at all.
Whether it's Haley, Jennifer, or your other daughter, none of your daughters should be marrying him.
No.
And, you know, like
no. And like the mom saying like, oh, well, you know, Haley did you a favor. Okay. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter that Haley's still not right.
right.
And you shouldn't support, you know, one daughter destroying the other's life. Like,
no. It's kind of insane to me if this is even a question. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure when you're in the thick of it, you're like conflicted because you're a parent and you're supposed to love and support all of your kids, no matter what they do. But that is crossing a lot of lines.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, I just think if you truly want to be a good parent to them, you need to show them and set boundaries that you can't do that to your blood. You can't.
And at the end of the day, like, yes, that other daughter is going to be hurt and upset, but like, she has no one to blame but herself.
Right. Like, sure. It's kind of like if you want to be with Sam so fucking bad, we're not going to stop you. Go ahead. Go be with Sam. But we're not going to sit around and sing Kumbaya
And actively hurt the one.
No, we still have to support the other daughter that you hurt, and rightfully so, we're supporting her. And go have your fun life with Sam. I hope he was worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oof.
yeah. Oof.
Oof to that one.
Yeah.